What are you doing in my swamp?
Hello everybody, this is Ogre Boy, and I'm going to be doing my review for the 1999 movie Tarzan. So, in this movie, Tarzan, a small orphan who was raised by an ape named Kala ever since he was a baby, believes that this was his family, the group of gorillas that he grew up with, until one day he meets Jane Porter and rescues her, and she's on an expedition to see gorillas and stuff in Africa. And he finds out that he's a human and starts learning the ways of the humans and stuff with Jane and her father and Clayton, who is the villain of the movie, that's helping him out and everything. And it all comes down to Tarzan having to decide whether he wants to live life with the humans or stay in the jungle with his gorilla family. And it has an awesome climax. This movie I absolutely love this movie. Tarzan is one of my favorite stories in general. I love the different movies of Tarzan. I've never actually read the books. That's something I'm going to have to do here before too long, is get into some of the Tarzan books, because that's one book series I've always wanted to read, was the original Tarzan stories. But I've always been a big fan of the character Tarzan, and especially this Disney version. I felt like Disney did a really excellent job with their take on the story. It's just really, really well written, and the animation is just absolutely gorgeous. Like I said, with all of the Disney Renaissance movies, this one just has some of the best animation, and it might even be some of my favorite out of it. Like I said, I say that about every Renaissance movie, though. All of the animation in the Renaissance era is just amazing. The voice cast are excellent in here, especially. I love Tony Goldwyn and Minnie Driver as Tarzan and Jane. They just are great, and their voice chemistry works really well and everything. And the rest of the voice cast are great too. You got Glenn Close, who is perfect as Kala, the mother figure to Tarzan, which is crazy because just a few years before and a year after this, she was playing Cruella de Vil, one of the most insane characters in a Disney movie. In this movie, she's playing one of the sweetest and most loving mother characters in a Disney movie. One of the characters you can't help but love. And I always, as a little kid and stuff, when this movie first came out, I always kind of looked at Tarzan and Kala's relationship, and it always reminded me of my relationship with my mother as a kid and stuff. And maybe it's also because this was one of the rare times that my mom took me to see a movie, was Tarzan. We went to see it to celebrate my first day of first grade and my brother's first day of kindergarten when we started school that year. Her and my grandpa took us to see this movie, and I've had a deep love for this movie ever since then. Part of it is the nostalgia, part of it is those happy memories and stuff. Every time I watch it, I can't help but love it, and I love the relationship between Tarzan and Kala. It's so well written and everything. Like, really great mother and son duo and everything. I wish we could have got to see more of it throughout the movie, but they hit all the right beats. You got really great supporting characters too. The comic relief, Turk and Tantor, they're both really lovable characters. Rosie O'Donnell does the voice of Turk, and Wayne Knight does the voice of Tantor when he's an adult, and they both do a great job and everything. I'm not like a huge fan of Rosie O'Donnell, but I do love her in this movie. I'm not gonna lie, I love Turk. And Turk and Tantor are just great characters. They're funny and lovable, and I just love them. And Professor Porter, Jane's dad, he's a really lovable character, and Jane is a really lovable character. Like, I just love everybody in this movie. All of the characters are great and everything, and Tarzan and Jane are actually probably my favorite movie couple. I just love their relationship and everything, and I think they're great and everything. The songs in here by Phil Collins, oh man, I think it's been said a million times, but I'm going to go ahead and say it anyway. Phil Collins did not have to go that hard on this soundtrack, but man, he delivered one of the best Disney soundtracks ever. I love every single song in this movie. There's not one song that, if I were to listen to the soundtrack, there's not one song I'd want to skip. Every single one of them are great, and Mark Motherbell's score, I think that's how you say his name, his score is just excellent. I love the music in this movie and everything. Like the score and the the songs just go so well together, and the songs help tell the story as well and stuff too, because a lot of them play during montages and stuff. And I know some people would find that as a turnoff and everything, but I've always loved it. I felt like if you're going to do a montage, you have to have great music to do them sometimes, and Phil Collins delivered on it, so it works really well for me. And I love the music and stuff. I know a lot of people would have rather the characters sing themselves, but I think this movie turned out perfect the way it is. And I don't have any negatives at all with this movie. Like I said, this is one of my favorite Disney movies of all time. It's in my top 5 because there's a few that I have to say I like just a little bit more than this. But anyway, I absolutely love Tarzan. Like I said, I don't have any negatives. Out of all my favorite Disney movies, this one is one of the ones that I have the most nostalgia for. It's one of my most favorite ones. I have a lot of sentimental value to it, and it's an amazing movie, in my top 5 for sure. And it's got such great, lovable characters, beautiful animation, and that awesome fire soundtrack, and it will always be one of my favorite animated movies of all time. So without a doubt, I give Tarzan an A+. It's easily one of the best movies ever. So anyway, let me know in the comments what you think of Tarzan, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and have a good day, everybody.